Married at First Sight Season 13. I absolutely love Gil and Merla. Merla. I'm trying to do it the way the other girls do it. The Hispanics or Hispanic brothers and sisters, they could just roll it off their tongue. I'm Merla. Welcome, happy Monday. I'm on vacation, girl. Don't I look like I'm on vacation? I'm sitting outside on my porch. I have not sat out here all summer. I used to sit out here and do my recordings, but I've just been so focused on the books. So I said, this morning, I'm home. I'm just going to sit out here. Y'all can hear the birds singing. Y'all can see the sun. The sun coming up. I am wearing my hey cousin t-shirt. I hope you've gone over to Etsy and pick up your t-shirts. I want to thank you for your love and support with my new book. I don't have a mouse this morning because I don't have a lot of space out here. The Word of Wisdom devotional journal, the Wow Journal. I gotta look to see if she put the Wow Journal in here. Probably not, right? No, she didn't put the Wow Journal. I told her to put wow on it, but she didn't. But it's okay. It's my girl, Rebecca. We've been together for years. She's been doing most of my covers. Rebecca does most of my covers. So thank you for your love. It is still on sale. Buy it 2 for the price of 1. It was $14.99. It's on sale for $7.99. Get that sale quickly before it goes away. I think it's going to go away either today or tomorrow because my virtual assistant is still having problems with my email marketing. So she's going to work it out today. That's what I pay her for. So Gil and Merla. Yes, I know you guys are like, oh my God, what? You love Gil and Merla. I love Gil and Merla. Merla. Felicia says Merla. I love them. I absolutely love them. And why do I love them? I love them because I think we can learn a lot from them, right? What do we do over here at the Church Girl? We take the crazy people that go on the TV to air out their business, and we talk about it, apply to our lives, and see how we can learn from it and how we can do better, right? So Gil and Merla is like a lot of couples. What do I mean by a lot of couples? A lot of couples are together that's not supposed to be together. A lot of couples are wrong. Oh, I forgot my peg, and let me go get my thing. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. A lot of couples are like this. They don't fit. And they're trying to fit. They're spending years of their lives trying to fit. And they don't fit. But guess what? They knew they didn't fit in the dating stage. Because isn't that what dating is? Dating is gathering data so that you can form and make an informed decision. But in fact, a lot of couples do not gather data, right? A lot of couples get together like Vernisha and just jump all the way in, and they don't take the time to gather the data. But even when they learn that they don't fit, instead of them walking away, going their separate ways and try to find somebody they fit with, they spend their time fighting, trying to fit. And that's what I'm trying to do over here at the Church Girls, ladies, is to help you to realize, don't try to make something work. That's not working. Okay, it's best to just walk away and try to find someone that you have more common goals, your common core goals are together. I'm working on a book on the guys I dated. And when you read it, you will see. When I say I've dated a lot of guys, and what is dating, gathering data. A lot of the guys I dated, I never went out with them. Why? Because in conversation, I get to find out, hold up now, our common goal, core goals are not the same. So it doesn't make sense for me to waste time to go out with you, share a meal with you, and we don't work. Okay, I wasn't the type of girl. Well, before, when I was younger, when I was in my 20s, 20 years ago, it was just go out with everybody because you can learn something. Okay, so I did that. And I must admit, I learned a lot. But then as I got older in my mid 20s, I was like, you know what? I don't want to do that no more. So I'm wasting time and I need time to write. And so you will see, when you read, you will see that none of these guys matched my common goals, core goals, except my husband. You know, there were a couple of guys I liked, Mr. Kryptonite. Okay. Mr. Kryptonite, I saw him recently. Mr. Kryptonite's getting older and gained a lot of weight. Okay. I saw him in passing, and but he was shaky in his faith. And the faith is the foundation of a marriage for me. Okay. Mr. Rugged. I liked Mr. Rugged a lot. And now thinking back, I wish I had kept in touch with him, because Mr. Rugged was the guy that made me realize that I could attract a Mr. Kryptonite and a Mr. Michael. Okay. Because when I was younger, I was just listening to people. I knew what I wanted. I've always known I wanted a Michael. Okay, but you know, you're listening to people, and this is why I'm on here yelling, screaming from the mountaintop. Listen to me, girl. I have the experience, okay? Don't listen to people who want you to compromise and settle on your core values. Do we all have to compromise? Yes, there's a difference between compromising and settling. For example, you want him 6. Perfect example. I love tall man. Mr. Kryptonite, he was 6'8", 6'8". Okay. 6'8". Okay. And so I like tall guys. And so to be fair, ladies, use your head. Okay. I forgot what the percentage of men that are 6'2" and over. Okay. I would have liked for him to have been a 6'5", 6'2". A lot of the guys I dated were 6'2", 6'5". Mr. Kryptonite was the only 6'8". I think there's another guy dated. He was 6'7". Okay. My husband is 6 feet. So you know what I made? You know what I said? I love a tall man. I like for him to be taller than me. I'm 5'6". When I put my heels on, I'm 5'8", 5'9", depending on how tall the heels is. So how tall does he need to be taller than me when I put on regular heels? 6 feet. And my husband's 6 feet. He made it. I told him. I said, you know, you're the shortest man I've ever wanted. You're lucky. You know, I married you because you're a little short. Okay. But you do not compromise on your core goals. And so the reason why I love Marla and Gil is because their foundational goals, their core goals are different. I'm going to come back and talk about the compromising, right? Their core, their foundation is not the same. And the fake Pastor Cal is talking about, what you lack in finance is going to make up in nobility. I'm going to come back and talk about that. Okay. She asked for, sorry guys, I don't have my mouse today. She asked for a guy who has similar financial finances as her. She asked for a provider. What did they do? What did the experts do? So in this instance, I'm not blaming Marla and Gil. I'm blaming the experts. Somebody's passing me. I'm blaming the experts. Because we see this every season. And I hope you guys are starting to see that what I say, they don't match people with common core goals. They match people at the opposites end. And, they can balance each other out. The devil is a lie. Ain't nobody supposed to be balance you out. Balance yourself out. So a lot of you ladies who are dating, and you're dating the Bookies and the Ray Rays and the Tyrones and the Vinnies, and you're trying to make them into this guy, I'm letting you know, honey bunny, you need to walk away, because your entire marriage will be about the lack. It's not going to be about what you have. Mike and I, we don't argue about money. We don't argue about faith. We don't argue about children. Those faith, family, finances, those foundational issues. Me and Mike is my. Why is the towel on the door crooked? I'm just like, okay, just leave it. So we don't fight about foundational stuff, because once there's a crack in your foundation, forget it. Forget it. I told you guys when we bought this house, the inspector told us, he said, you have 3 years on the boiler. Is the boiler the thing that make the heat, the house, warm the house, right? The boiler. He said you got 3 years on the boiler. You need to replace it in 3 years. Well, the January of the 3rd year of us being in this marriage, guess what happened? In a 25 inches snowstorm. The boiler went, girl. The boiler went. It cracked. It was leaking. Okay. No, I'm telling you what happened. Stuff like this always happened when my husband is away. And I had to realize that was the devil. Every time Mike was away, something would happen. Sure enough, January, he's away at his midwinter conference and a winter conference. And I keep hearing this noise in the basement. And I'm like, I don't like going in the basement, girl. So it was about 2 or 3 days before I went in the basement, because I kept hearing water in the basement. And I'm like, what is this water in the basement? So I went down there, and sure enough, the boiler had cracked and was leaking in the basement. We have a sunk pump down there, so that's good, right? So Mike called so by that time, it was like the day before Mike came home, right? And so I told him, I said, Mike, I keep hearing there's water in the basement. He said, just go down in the basement and see what the water is. So I went down there. It was cracked. So it was the day before he came home. So he said, okay, I'm coming home tomorrow. I think he might have came home early or something. He called John, our plumber. I think he's the plumber. And he said, Mike, the boiler is cracked. He said, I can fix it, but you might as well get a new one. So Mike, when Mike did call PSE&G, it was a snowstorm, so they couldn't come out. It was like we called them that Monday. They couldn't come out till that Wednesday or something. Okay. And so when they came out, Mike was just go ahead and replace it. So that's like $10,000 to replace the boiler through PSE&G. Okay. It's cheaper if you go through other companies, but Mike says, nope, PSE&G, because if anything happened, they're the professionals. We can always call, they can come back. And so I'm telling you that example because when your foundation is cracked, you can patch it as much as you want to patch it, but eventually it's going to crack. It's going to bust wide open. And that's what your marriage is. You cannot marry someone who the foundation is not there. Whenever you start arguing and fighting about your foundation, I'm telling you, your marriage is over. There is a marriage we talk about on here, and I just felt the Lord saying in my spirit, 3 years. That in marriage, I ain't gonna say who. Three years. Because once you start fighting about your foundation, or if your foundation was not right, forget it. Forget it. And you can settle and fight and stay, but who wants to live in hell on earth, girl? Anyways, honey, I have to go. If you have a relationship like GILL and MYRLA, dating. If you're married, I'm so sorry. If you're married, this ain't for you. Okay, you're going to have to go to counseling. I'm talking to the ladies that are dating. Because ladies that are dating or engaged, you still have time to walk away. If you're married, It is what it is. You're going to have to go to counseling and try to work it out. All right. I love you. I love you. Oh, remember, Blondie Blue. I checked her thing this morning. Oh, gosh, she didn't get the channel back yet. So if you're not subscribed to Bondi Blue, check her out. They deleted her channel. Oh my gosh, she had almost 90,000 subscribers. I cannot imagine, girl. I just can't imagine. You know how hard we have to work to grow our channel, girl. But check her out. Subscribe if you're not. Share it out if you can't. Tell somebody to go over to her blue. Wait a minute. I always want to say Blue Streak because we have a blue. We have a club here called the Blue Streak or something. So I always want to say the Blue Streak. Bondi. Blue. I was going to say the Blue Streak, but it's not the Blue Streak. The Blue. Relax with Blue. Relax with Blue. That's her backup channel, which she's recording on now. Okay. I love you. And don't forget my backup channel, Allegedly Janice, because this is putting fire under my behind. Get my other channel monetized. That's my backup channel, but I do stuff over there. So I'll be doing stuff over there all week because I'm on vacation. So hey, hang out with me. Baby daddy and I, we're going to have breakfast this morning at my favorite spot. Then we're going to go get manicure and pedicure. And then one day this week, I think we're going to go get couples massage. And then we're going to wait on a little getaway weekend. I love you, girl. I have to go. Come back. And study the Bible. Check out Study the Bible. I love you. Remember, pick this journal up. It's $7.99. Bye, darlings. Bye.